by my friend Rashmee, who's an artist and a good friend, and a lot of the participating artists are also known to us. Welcome to Mr. Rasmus and to our friend from Alliance Française, our dear friend.
But thank you so much, Smita, and most importantly, thank you for inviting me tonight to your gallery, Ganges. It's a fantastic place. I'm the Danish ambassador to India. Came just 5 months ago to India, and this is therefore also my first trip here to Kolkata, but certainly not my last. I had an opportunity to go around and study the art a little bit, and fantastic curation, and congratulations to all the artists. I think it's really interesting stuff. Firstly, I spent most of my career, apart from diplomacy, working on climate change and climate-related issues, and I can sense a strong sort of ecological dimension in a lot of this, which I like. But more generally, a lot of talent and creativity. So again, very happy to be here tonight.
Yes, and I'm really. It's a very good surprise for me to be there, because of course there is so many events connected with sustainability. But when we combine, and it is the sense of the spirit of discussion, science, philosophy, and art, it's a quite exceptional and very interesting. So thank you, Rashmee, to provide this way to see the curation, because mainly this production, this installation, the media, it reminds me of the silent pollutants that we could have in the water, in the air, and we can notice on the wall that maybe it's the part also of the environment that we don't have to accept finally. So thank you so much also for the message of this exhibition.
Curating it has been a journey, one that began from my perspective as a practicing artist, seeking out works that inspire and resonate with my sensibilities. This exhibition is centered on ecology, nature, and our interactions with the living world. We are living through one of the greatest challenges of our time, the climate crisis. Scientists, researchers, activists, and policymakers are at the forefront of this struggle. Artists, meanwhile, often stand in the background, but from this distance, they hold a unique position to see the world differently, to contemplate it, and to return what they have seen, transformed into symbol, image, and form. The French astrophysicist and philosopher Aurélien Barraud calls for a radical shift in how we relate to life on Earth, not through technical fixes, but through a reimagining of meaning. True transformation, he reminds us, must also come from philosophy, poetry, and art. Like Barraud, I see artists as visionaries of the threshold, watchers and whisperers of unseen truths. They are not scientists, but seismographs of meaning, sensing both cosmic and intimate tremors, and offering new ways to feel and think. Over the past year, I met with artists, spent hours in discussion, and looked at the world through their eyes. I thank them for their generosity and for trusting me with their work.
Rashmee is somebody who came to Kolkata in Shantiniketan almost at the time that I was leaving. She came as a young BFA student, and that's the time from which I know her. And for so many years I followed her work, and today she's curating. I think this is your first curatorial venture, and it just makes me so happy that somebody whose work I followed for so many years, is curating today, and I'm able to be a part of this very first venture that she's made. Thank you, Rashmee. What also makes me very proud to be in this exhibition is the fact that my work is standing amongst several of my students and our students from the university. So there's Mallika, who was my very first batch when I joined the university at Bharati, and since then she has gone from strength to strength, and doing such wonderful work. It's really heartening to see her practice. Ishita's work, that is next to me here, who is an artist I mentored for a long time, and now she lives between Switzerland and India, and is she's unstoppable, I would say. There's Deepanwita here with that wonderful wall work, the sculptural work there, who is somebody who has studied printmaking with us in my department for 6 long years, and somebody who I have mentored very closely and is now finding her way in the professional art world, doing very well, finding her feet. Work is growing in leaps and bounds, and it just makes me so happy.
So my name is Rasmus Kristensen. I'm the ambassador of Denmark to India. I'm currently paying my first visit to Kolkata, and I'm very happy to be here tonight at this fantastic gallery in Ganges to see a really splendid exhibition that I can highly recommend to everyone to come and see. Nicely curated, a lot of interesting artists, so enjoyed every moment of it.
We're very happy to welcome all the artists from France and from Canada and from Belgium. I have great regard for Rashmee as an artist, so we requested her to curate the show. Since she is based in France, we told her to involve some artists, practicing artists from France, and I'm very happy with the outcome for the different materials that are used and the different techniques, and what materials are being used in art and the creativity of the artist. I hope that many people will come and enjoy the show, and I hope that we can continue to have shows like this in the future. Thank you.
This is an exhibition I've curated with artists as a point of view as an artist. Myself, I'm an artist with people who are close to my practice, and we are talking about ecology, the climate crisis, the biggest challenges of our times. So, like scientists, architects, other scientific people, scientific community who are at the forefront of this climate crisis. But as Agarwal, a philosopher and an astrophysicist, says that artists can have a different look at this problem because they are at the back, so they can have an interesting way to look about this problem. It's not a direct solution, but that's what I've done. I've selected different artists, talked to them, gone to their workshops, gone to their ateliers, and done something and collected some artists talk about this climate crisis, but from different angles, that of a scientist or even an activist, right? This is the gist of the work. Then the individual works, I'll invite you to see the text written, or I can talk to you separately. So that is about it. That is about the main thing of the show. That's it.